This is West Ham Unofficial. Come on, you Irons. West Ham United survived a major scare in the dying moments of the game part of yesterday, as we did manage to pick up all 3 points and take them back to the London Stadium as we beat Crystal Palace 3-2 at Selhurst Park. Welcome back to West Ham Unofficial. Hope you are well. It's a little bit of a match review and talking about Manuel Lanzini today and whether he is back to his best. For this show, I'm joined by Andy. Andy, how are you?
Yeah, not bad, mate. Not bad. Like I said, I've missed a lot of football over the Christmas period. Not really going to games, so it was good to manage to get a ticket. And that's obviously credit to your dad as well. I know he'd be watching. Managed to let me notify about a ticket. So yeah, no, it was all good, mate. So yeah, it was good to be there. Like you said, I was feeling confident that we'll get something of the result, but it did turn into squeaky bum time in the end. So.
Definitely, yeah. It went pretty much from in the 82nd minute, us taking a mick out of the Palace fans for singing their stupid song to going, oh, it's 3-1, but we still took the mick out of them. They went, oh, it's 3-2. All Croydon better shut up, and it just got very nervous for that last 5 minutes and that overhead kick, and I think everybody's heart was in their mouth. But we'll get onto that a little bit later on. Let's start off with the lineup, though. Was there any surprises from the lineup with you? Obviously, Rice came in for Noble. Lanzini was in the lineup.
No, there was a bit of I'm in an RM. Obviously, the worry was seeing Ben Johnson go off on the Watford game, and we was like, would he play or won't he? But obviously, he managed to pass the fitness test, and he played. And to be honest, he was getting a bit turned inside out by Jordan I should say. But I think he just turned into like prime Messi whenever he plays against us. When I see him playing any other games, he's not really that useful, but he loves don't know whether it's because of his brother or anything, because he wants to do his, but no, that I was pleased with the starting 11. It just proves that, well, I think Vieira probably knew what 11 would be playing, apart from, like you said, the Ben Johnson one. To be honest, that's the best team available, really.
Yeah. My issue was, and everybody could see it around us, was when Ben Johnson was playing, you could see he was getting dragged narrower and narrower into the middle, which left RU in loads of space. And when Ben Rama couldn't get back in time, it left RU there with 20 yards of space to do what he liked, and he put a good few balls in. And on another day, they could have scored 2 or 3 in that first half.
Yeah, no, definitely. Like you said, I'm not going to sit here and, because Ben Rama, obviously what he does going forward is amazing, but that's where you miss Pablo Fornals, because Pablo Fornals will be doing that. He would have been the perfect player to play in that position yesterday. Ben Rama but then you're saying that Lanzini had a good game, so it's like who would have played? Exactly. But that's why I'm not a football manager, and that's why David Moyes gets paid his millions to make them decisions. But that's the only thing I probably would say. But like you said, if Ben Rama didn't play, we wouldn't have got the first goal. But defensively, Fornals would have been perfect to slot in that role.
Yeah, let's see in the chat. Kent, great to catch up with you yesterday. Hope you're well, mate. Johnson's the back four apart from Johnson was shocking. I think that's a bit harsh. Yes, our distribution from our centre backs wasn't fantastic, but I don't think they were that bad, to be honest with you.
But going forward in the first half, Johnson was amazing. A couple of the balls what he was crossing in was dangerous, but To be honest, I'm not having my West Ham hat on, and even Vieira sort of said it, and Antonio said it as well after the game. Palace, what it's not like the 3-0 game. We took our chances, but that took a lot of way from what Palace do. Like they are a good side, and what Vieira and his coaching room staff have really done.
Mm.
It's testament to us as well for being clinical on getting the goals. Because any other day, like they proved at the London Stadium, that they're a fighting team, and they come back twice at us at the London Stadium as well.
Yeah, I mean, let's get into our three goals in the first half. The first one, of course, came from a Saeed Benrahma assist. I don't think Benrahma had the impact that he can have yesterday. I don't think he was excellent, but that ball in for Antonio was excellent, and it got us the goal. And all Antonio needs to do is get a boot on it, and he just about did, and sent it past Gaeta to make it 1-0.
No, it was an amazing ball, mate, and that's where you've got to give Benrahma credit as well, because if you see when Fornals plays, Fornals likes to get in the box and tries to get the tap. Benrahma stayed wide, and then as soon as Declan Rice played the ball out to him, the ball was delicious. And like you said, I always forget her name now. Karen Kearney. I watched the analysis back, and Alan Pardew was on there as well.
Yeah,
If the ball bounces in the 6 yard box, not the goalkeeper can't come out and get it. The ball was inch perfect, and I've been Antonio's biggest critic, but his movement, what he done there, was amazing. And I think if we Bowen's proved it a couple of times as well. I remember Tottenham at home last year. If you put them balls on the money, Antonio will score. Not just Antonio, Souček and whoever.
yeah,
But like if we can learn our mistakes, especially the likes of Norwich and Leeds, what we've got come up defensively, they're atrocious. So if we
yeah.
putting balls in like that, we've got a really good chance.
Yeah, and what did you make of his celebration?
I don't know whether you saw, but I got sent it. But I think they may have took another picture out. There's a picture. It was on thingy with a Palace player sticking his middle finger up Antonio when
Yeah,
he was diving on the floor, which is quite fun. But yeah, he's a comedy act, isn't he? But like you said, if he's getting the ball in the back of the net, that's 2-2 again for him now. I don't care what celebration he does if he scores.
exactly. Let's see what you guys say in the chat. Sharky, hope you are well. Palace played some good football. They never stopped trying. Fair play, exactly. And I think they'll feel really unlucky to not at least pick up a point, because it was a very even game, I thought. Let's have a look where John says John says, I know you couldn't see it from where you are, but Diop ducked when they scored their first. He's a fullback and he's ducking. He should be heading it away. I'm not Diop's biggest fan. He does chicken out of headers at times, Andy, doesn't he? And he does, for for a tall geezer, he doesn't like heading the ball, does he?
Uh, to be fair, both of them were out of position. To be fair,
Yeah,
for Palace's first goal, Johnson was too close to. But to be fair, I think the one thing I will say is they were pounding the box anyway. I think if he didn't score, someone else will. But as a pairing, I think both of them are not good. If they're playing with a Bonner and Zuma, they step up, and with two of them together. Like you said, Dawson for £2 million, he's been an absolute gem of a signing. But in my opinion, we need to strengthen in January, and it may turn a few heads. But until Zuma returns, if we get another centre back in, with the way Tarkovsky's playing, I've got this game on here. I definitely
yeah,
don't want him. He's having a shocker today. But if we could get a Kalaktakar in or someone
mm,
like that, I would personally play Diop with him because he's the younger one, and I think Dawson, the more games he plays, like this is a lot for a. I know people say he's not 31. He's still quite old for a footballer now, and in the amount of games he's continuously playing, I think that fatigue. Obviously, Diop should be the fitter person to play.
yeah. A lot of people will say, I'd rather see Diop play, but realistically, David Moyes, I think in David Moyes' pecking order, I still do think Dawson is ahead of Diop, because Diop panics a lot, and I'm not
But
Diop's
yeah,
biggest fan.
yeah,
He's just
yeah.
gone.
But I agree with what you're saying there, Jake. But Diop, don't get me wrong, he's playing in that left centre back position.
Mm.
I'm not. Everyone goes, "Oh, I'm sticking," but that is a big change. If you saw John Terry move to the right centre back, he would
Yeah.
have been a totally different player. Or Nemanja Vidic, for example. Like they made that position their own. So if we get like Kalaftakar in, who normally plays as the left centre back position, I'd feel more comfortable with Diop playing there still personally. But like I said, I'm not the manager.
We've now this is a difficult question. We've now entered the January transfer window. An email comes through, or whatever happens to David Sullivan at 11 minutes past 3, a £30 million bid for Issa Diop. What are you doing?
He'll be selling, mate. He'll be selling him, and he'll be getting another one in.
Yeah.
Me personally, if that happens, we'll be getting a couple. Me personally, I think Kalatakar will come in. I think he's expressed his this, and Marseille need the cash, and he wants to move. But obviously, if Diop goes, I think Newcastle and AC Milan are linked with him. But
He is, yeah.
there's some good players in the Championship. The Nottingham Forest, I always forget his name off the top. Not Nottingham
Right, Joe
Forest centre,
Warren.
but yeah, Joe Warren. There's some talent out there, mate, and I do believe if decent offers come in, we will make them. But I could see Diop leaving if more than what we paid for or face
Yeah,
value what we paid. I think he would be leaving.
yeah. Palace played last 20 with like old Wimbledon, says Kent. Let's move on to our second goal now. Where we were, I couldn't tell till I watched the highlights when I got back whether the ball rebounded off a defender and it kind of fell luckily to Lanzini and he whacked it in the back of the net. But if that was Salah or Ronaldo did that today or whatever, Andy, they would be talking about it for weeks. Manuel Lanzini's first goal, he went past one, he went past two, 3 touches it took, bang, bang, in the back of the net. Superb.
Um, and it's not so much that, mate. It was on his weak foot as well. It was on his left
Yeah.
foot as well. So, no, fair play to him. But the one player who's not getting the credit for it as well was Declan Rice's driving run.
Oh,
As you said, he just
incredible.
bombed through the midfield. Obviously, they showed the analysis as well. The Antonio run, taking. I always forget the other, not Anderson, the other centre half who plays for Palace. He then went with Antonio, which then allowed the space. But that was great movement again for Antonio. Yeah, the finish was world class, and where we were, I think I don't know how clear you heard it, Jake, but that crossbar rattled for a good 2 seconds after it went in as well. But the celebration means a lot as well, and like you said, players. Lanzini's a confidence player, and I was even talking in the car with Nicky and Ryan. Like you said, he's slowly getting back to the Lanzini of
Yeah,
2016-17, the first year at the London Stadium, and fair play to him as well, because he could have easily sat down and moped around, but you can tell how hard and what they're doing to him to get him right, and he's actually getting that pace with the ball as well. I don't know if you notice it. When he gets the ball, he can drive with pace as well. So credit to him, and obviously for David Moyes for putting him back in the side.
definitely. Yeah, we're going to talk a lot more about Manuel Lanzini once we've just done a quick match review of the
Yeah,
game because I thought he is really coming back into some form. Let's have a
sorry,
look.
there's a goal at Leeds, mate. Burnley have equalised. It's 1-1. Sorry.
Oh. just before we came on, I saw Dan, Dan the Burnley fan who came on when we did all the when we played Burnley, and he just put on Twitter, "Hello, darkness, my old friend," and a video of him following the Sky Bet Championship Twitter account.
They've still got games in
Dan,
hand. I think they've still got enough. But yeah, sorry, this is a great
yeah,
free kick. It was a great goal.
decent. How long will Vieira stay at Palace? Here's the question. I mean, is it just quick fire, Andy? Is it inevitable at some point he'll manage Arsenal?
Not yet, not yet. I don't think. I
No.
think. I think it'll be a couple of years. But I was speaking today. Oh, sorry, Diaz had hello. I was doing a watching on with him for the Cardiff game for the first half. But it's his coaching staff who he's got, mate. The coaching staff, the assistant manager who's been taking that. Apparently, he's heavily involved, and obviously, he was in the Welsh squad. So, if Vieira can take his team with him, then I think it will be. But Arteta, yeah, I could probably see him going back to Spain in a couple of years. So I think it'll be like Klopp with Gerrard. When
Yeah,
Klopp leaves, Gerrard will take over, but it'll just be when Arteta's ready to go. But it'll probably be in a couple of years. He'll probably go Barcelona, I reckon.
yeah. John says that Vieira has Palace playing football. We would have destroyed a Hodgson team. I agree. Fredericks and Diop out, and we are keeping Yarmolenko.
Sorry,
Sully
that's
just
that's bad. That's bad. A bottle's just been thrown and a Burnley player's been injured. A bottle's been thrown from the crowd.
It's just disgusting. Sully just wants to upset Jake. Yeah, probably. Let's scroll down. Left foot to right foot, back on the weaker left on a volley top bin. That's goal of the year. Comment of the day from Kent. Lanzini first goals majestic. Boom, boom, bang, and 2-0 up.
Bit disappointing. All the goals were at the other end, though.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, we would have loved one down our end, but. Eric says the Palace attack was fantastic yesterday, but so was ours. Yeah, I agree. Right, let's get on to the penalty then. Now, there was a lot of calls from West Ham fans, handball, and I thought originally it was outside of the box, and then because we were so far back, we had like a little telly above us saying VAR, here we go. You went to the monitor, you know what's going to happen then. You've seen the replay of it, I'm sure, Andy. What did you make of the penalty?
It was a penalty, mate, all day long, and fair play to VAR. Obviously, the last couple of games, obviously, it was the talking point in the first bit of Watford decision going against us, and then obviously we got the penalty, then we got that one. But fair play to the referee for going to watch it, because there's been a lot of criticism of the refs not going to the monitors anymore, and he did. And fair play to VAR, he's admitted it after the game as well and said it was a penalty. It's not VAR's the big talking point saying it's not consistent, but I'm glad it was given, and it was harsh. But if that was given against us, you wouldn't have any complaints either. I don't know about you.
Yeah, I mean, when I saw the replay, I would have been annoyed if that was given, when I saw it in the flesh, because I thought, yeah, that's probably not. But when you see it, his arm was out like this, and Milivojevic actually, when it hit me there, it didn't, mate. It hit you there. You know where it hit you, for Christ's sake. But yeah, it probably was, and upstepped Mr. Manuel Lanzini once again, and what's a penalty? No, there he is. Look, there he is. Next to the French Patrick Vieira, the Czech Patrick Vieira. Sorry, Thomas Souček. But yeah, what fantastic penalty! No keeper is saving that.
No, it's not, mate. And like you said, we've been talking about it when Noble's not playing. Obviously, we've had Declan Rice, we've had Antonio. I know Ben Rama takes penalties as well, but with Lanzini you trust. I don't think he's missed. Or he may have missed. Camp will probably be able to tell me if he's missed any. But from the spot, I remember even his first couple of years he arrived, he was lethal. Tottenham, obviously the one at Chelsea. So yeah, no complaints from there. And everyone says it. Obviously they hit the post and they hit the crossbar, but we were deadly in front of goal when we took our chances. But the one player I don't think who's getting the credit he deserves was Lucas Fabianski yesterday. Yeah. Some of them saves at the key moments, what he was making, and he's back to himself. And at the start, I was like, does Fabianski need to come out? And he's just proving everyone wrong, mate, at the minute. I don't know about you.
Yeah, he's not getting the credit he deserves because everybody wants Areola in. That's the point. People won't give praise to Lucas Fabianski because they want Areola in there, which I can almost understand in a way, but I've always said until Fabianski makes a couple of mistakes, there's no reason, there's no way you can take Fabianski out of that.
Yeah, he done them great saves at the start, but I'm going to criticise him for their second goal. I thought that was a bit poor.
Yeah.
But when you've done them saves to keep us in the game and keep us in the lead, you can sort of allow that, because with a goalkeeper, if you make a mistake, it's a goal. So when you think of other players, but no, that's my only criticism of him. But yeah, I'm pleased for him, and it was nice when obviously they had that injury as well. It's when the players acknowledge the fans, mate. They appreciate it, and not just Lanzini, Fabianski, everyone. As soon as the crowd gets involved, they love it. So yeah, I'm happy.
Yeah. For people that don't know, there was an injury to a Palace player at some point, and we'll say it was super fab after he made a good save, and he did come up and he clapped us a couple of times, and the fans down saying, well done, clapping the fans, that's good, and that's all we want, from them play well and to appreciate us like that, and he was superb in that sense. But,
I'll tell you as well. Vladimir Sufal, for his English to be his second language, he knows a few swear words. He was swearing a few times at the linesman and the ref yesterday, which I heard.
Was he?
Which was nice. A couple of throw-ins not going our way, and he wasn't happy.
Oh my God! See, Andy was like 9th row when he got all this. Let's take some of your comments there. Both defences run ragged, right decision after watching it back. Yeah, absolute penalty, unfortunate though. The thing that worries me, the ref was 2 yards away and didn't see that. Darren England, it's just...
I might actually give him credit for that though, because if the VAR, that's what VAR is there for. It's there for that, and he let the game flow, and then he done it. So imagine if, I'm not saying it was, but Palace were on the attack then as well. Do you know what I mean? Like, so I'm going to give the decision was made in the end, but if that wasn't handball, he would be getting stick the other way. So I'm actually going to give him credit for that because we got the right decision in the end.
Yeah, that's definitely a good point, I think. But let's have a look at some of your comments. Lanzini has just cemented his place in the first team, and he's going to get it now because Ben Rama's now officially after the AFCON because he put a picture of him on a plane this morning, so he is officially now gone. So he's definitely going to be getting more game time now. I mean, we thought we had a nice couple of week break almost now, but they've now started this Norwich game in the middle of that. So in a week's time, we've now got Norwich, and then we've got Leeds in the FA Cup, and then Leeds again in the Premier League. So he's going to get plenty of opportunities depending on how long Algeria lasts.
I've got a question for you, Jake, because we were talking about it. I know he didn't really lose the ball that much. What did you make of Vlasic when he came on yesterday?
Yeah, I thought I thought he injected some energy and pace that we were just lacking a little bit in that second half. I thought he came on and he did make one really good run to the byline. He pulled it back, which was the right decision, but Antonio had gone.
I actually wanted him to shoot when he got that first touch when he got away, because if the goalkeeper saves it, probably we'll get the rebound. But no, I thought it was like he wanted the ball. Like he does come in a bit more central than what Benrahma does, but to get involved. But yeah, like you said, he showed some energy and promising. And like you said, that goal has gave him a boost, and I think he probably would play moving on to Leeds next week. So I'm looking forward to seeing him playing 90 minutes after that goal, and hopefully he'll be effective there as well.
Yeah, I agree. He will probably start now. Benrahma's gone. Actually, Fornals will probably be out of isolation, so Fornals might keep him out of that. So, but you never know. Fornals is okay. He put a picture on his Instagram yesterday of him on a bike watching the game. So he's not tucked up in bed ill. So that is good. Let's take some of your comments. Was your day ruined by sitting near Franco, Andy?
No, he was hilarious. I kept nicking his out. I kept winding him up. No, it was good. It was good. Like you said, we was talking, and it's nice to see people in the flesh when you just talk to them on YouTube. And like you said, the ironic thing was him sitting just standing a row in front of me, and we was talking to him, and he's a top bloke, and like you said, it was nice to meet him in the flesh.
Definitely. The ref wasn't given that handball. VAR are trying to redress previous robberies. Yeah, they are. Ref couldn't see because he was the wrong side. That's the only thing that's probably saving him. If he was the right side of it, there is no excuse. But because he was facing the other way and the ref was looking at his back, I suppose you can let him off on that. We need to beat Norwich. I think we will. It's at home as well. They're leaking goals for fun. To be fair, so are we. But I think our attack and midfield are much better than theirs, so we should come out with 3 points there. Saying that, we'll lose now. Vlasic needs to go for the throat more. Needs to be a bit more selfish. I don't think he could have squeezed it in from that angle. I mean, when he got it first, he could have, went, I'm going to shoot, but it's up and now. Lanzini loves a goal against Palace. He does Adam smell that bad?
No comment, Sharky.
Vlasic will score against Norwich. Delia Smith will be absolutely hating life by then when we smack him again, but it is what it is. Right, let's move on into the second half then. We'll talk about the goals in a second, but the second half on a whole, I mean, we were just singing all the time, or we were just loving life, and what did you make of the second half on a whole, Andy?
You're probably going to laugh at me, mate, but I'm actually going to give, for the first 30 minutes of the second half, Arthur Masuaku, that's probably the best I've seen him play in about 2 years. Defending well, going forward. I was like, who is this player? That's what even Frankel was saying saying to me as well was like, "Who is this player?" We were comfortable. Don't get me wrong; they had a few chances, but Fabianski didn't really need to make a save in the second half, from what I can remember. But um, it was a professional performance, and then everyone just switched off. And Declan Rice said it after the game as well. And in my opinion, if that game went on for another 5 minutes, I think we probably would have conceded.
Yeah.
Personally, but Edouard, very good, very good. You can see why we were linked with him, and I'm very gutted he's not in a West Ham shirt. But the if it wasn't Andre Ayew, it was I can't remember that new player the player they bought on the right.
Michael Olsey or something.
Yeah, he just ripped everyone to shreds. But no, I don't really care how we play, mate. We can play well or play rubbish as long as we get the result. I'm happy. But yeah, the defending for both of their goals was a bit comical, to be honest.
Yeah, we'll get to that in just a second. Obviously made mincemeat of Masuaku. Yeah, the only thing Masuaku would do is just take him down and foul him. Arthur killed us second half. I have to disagree, Andy. I think he's a little bit of a liability. You know,
But I said the first half an hour of the game, the last 15 minutes, he was allowing him to turn, but that was when they brought that other player on. But I thought going forward and defensively, I thought they were okay until the last. But you can't just blame Arthur Masuaku for that. I think the whole team did, and like Souček and Rice were too far apart in the middle as well, so they were driving. But yeah, like you said, it's all about opinions. I'm not going to sit here and defend. That's just my opinion. The first half an hour, I thought Masuaku done okay, but I can understand why Moyes brought him off. I think Johnson probably would have got sent off for a second yellow.
Yeah. Do you think that was just purely because of that, or do you think there's something to do with that little niggle he picked up and he couldn't play a full 90 minutes?
No, I think it was the red. I think it was the risk of getting sent off, and I think that would have been even more having Masuaku at left back, and obviously also being down to 10 men. I think we probably would have got punished more.
Yeah, definitely. Let's take some of your comments. Let's have a look here. It's your boy Dan says it's just defensive problems. Really need a centre back in this window. Aki played well versus Arsenal, so could be a shout. He did. That goal line clearance was excellent. Will City let him go? I don't know. I do agree, Kent. He does gamble, but I think he done all right until Olsey came on. Is it really this bad, Jake? You turn into a psycho on your vlogs when we score. Is it really, Andy? Is it really that bad?
No, mate. It's passion, mate. Don't. They're just jealous. They're jealous. They're jealous, mate.
Mateta wasn't he the one that Christ nearly gave us all a heart attack in the last minute with that overhead kick?
Yeah, he's a lump as well. He's a lump as well.
Yeah, he is. Yeah. The last 20 minutes maybe go crazy. Fab should have saved that second goal. We're going to get onto that now. Right, so the first goal from Edouard, I mean, I think we all just switched off, didn't we, Andy?
It's good movement though as well, because he split the defence up. Dawson and Diop were too far apart. But no, you can't say anything. It was like Antonio's goal. When the ball's that good, you can't. It's hard to defend. But obviously, like you said, Diop did duck. But we didn't pay the price in the end. So
yeah. The second goal. Now, I agree with what you said earlier. There was a lack of communication between the defenders in that line of defenders and Fabianski. Fabianski almost just watched it go into the back of the net. I don't know whether he was expecting somebody to come and clear it or block it.
But he should come out. He should come out and claim it. If he misses, say for example, if he comes out and he misses it, like, you can say at least he made a try, but the fact that he's staying on his line, that's always trouble. He stepped over to his left. If he stepped over to his right, that's a simple claim.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, it didn't mean too much to us in the end. So final thoughts before we talk about Lanzini for a little while. Crystal Palace 2, West Ham 3, all 3 points. Now, and now that's what Nikki asked me on the fan cam after, are we now back on track?
Yes, because that just shows the sign of a good side, mate. We've had some slip-ups and we're bouncing back. Like, don't get me wrong, that Southampton game really does still hurt me. It really does. But obviously, being at Burnley and then it's just the 2 VAR decisions. What I'm not saying we deserve to beat Southampton because we never, but when VAR's getting involved and not being consistent, I think that is. But the fact that VAR's come to our rescue, it does even itself out. But no, the games what we've got coming up, Leeds and Norwich. I'll be disappointed if we don't get 6 points. Very
Yeah, I agree.
disappointed.
Yeah. We've bounced back really well from a pretty poor December overall. We were before the Watford game, we were 7 points. We were 7 points off Arsenal. Now we're just 1 point off Arsenal with 2 very winnable games now. We can pick up 6 points in our next 2 games pretty easily, I'd say, because they're both at home as well.
I prefer us playing away from home, though, mate. I really do. I really do. Away from home, obviously, like what your dad just mentioned there in the chat. Obviously, 7 goals again away from home. Obviously, we've been there at Villa when we've scored. So we love scoring the goals from away from home. And I think when teams come to the London Stadium now, unless we play the top sides where they're gonna go after us, when teams like Southampton who sit back and play, that's when we struggle. So I don't think it's going to be as easy as what we expect. But I do prefer playing away from home at the minute.
Yeah. Let's take some of your comments before we get on in a little while. Right, let's have a look here. Fabianski was expected someone to touch it. He didn't expect it to go all the way through, but he should have not. It did it like he just watched it go in the corner and went, oh, I didn't expect that to happen. I think being 3-0 up is why Arthur came on. Also, I think Johnson's carrying an injury. Yeah, I think it's mostly because of that, and then a little bit due to fitness and injury as well. How much will we have to pay to get rid of Arthur? I mean, we've been told that if we will listen to offers for players like Fredericks, Masuaku, Yarmolenko, players like this. So we could see them at the door. Everton getting thrashed, Benitez in trouble. That's for sure. Fins football. 3-1. So I hope you're well. Fabianski saved way more than that mistake. I agree. For the last 3 matches, I was hoping for 7 points, so 6 aren't too bad. No, especially after losing that game to Southampton. To be fair, we have got a better away record. We have Sharky. Yes, we are back on track, Jake. We do need to beat Norwich. So, it's game by game now. We can look at these 2 games, then after that, we can focus on the FA Cup. And I think we've got United after that away. That's a tough game, but we can go up there and beat them. So it's just doing the season in these little 2-3 game like focusing on 2 games here and then moving on like that, I think. But let's have a look at Kent says the second goal, Fab can't go for it for me because of the speed of the ball, and if a player gets ahead on it, he gets embarrassed. The free kick was delicious from the kid. Same as his cross for the first goal. I'm not sure whether it was a cross or a shot. In fact, it did look like he set up to shoot and he got it perfectly in the corner. It's two different ways of looking at it. But defense still not good enough, needs to be addressed. It will be in January, let's hope so. But get rid of Fredericks. No point of him sitting on the bench all day. Ashby will come through the ranks soon, and Johnson can play right back as well. I can see why you're saying that. I like Fredericks as an impact sub for a bit of pace, something different on the right hand side. Perhaps take Bowen off and put him there. But yeah, I can definitely see why you're saying that. Especially we've got Ashby coming through and Johnson now as well. But the other side of it, Andy, is what's the point in getting rid of him? He's on 50 grand a week. We're not going to get more than a couple of million for him.
No, I've got to admit, I'm surprised why he's not playing. I'm that's going to be honest. I think, especially in the Tottenham game, I think he could have maybe made a difference, offering us going forward, maybe even playing in front of Ashby. But no, Fredericks I like. He's out of contract in the summer, so if he doesn't perform, then he's going to go anyway. So there's no point getting rid of him now, in my opinion.
Yeah. Right. What we're going to do now is I'm going to cheeky little plug, because why not? Thank you very much for you watching. We're going to talk about Lanzini in just a second. Like and subscribe to the channel. Look at the pinned comment. You can become a member of the channel. Andy's a member. Fantastic. And you can become a member by clicking the link there from just $1.99, $2.99 or $4.99 a month to help the channel out. Right. What we're going to do, we're going to we're going to thank our channel sponsors, SRM Carver and Son, and we're going to talk about Lanzini and is he back to his best in just a second. Our fantastic channel sponsor here on West Ham Unofficial are SRM Carver and Son. SRM Carver and Son provides crushing, screening and aggregate recycling services across southern England. If you'd like to find out more information on SRM, please click the link in the description down below to check out more information on their website. Thank you very much to SRM Carver and Son for sponsoring West Ham Unofficial, and come on, you Irons. Andy, I've got a special message from somebody to show you. Are you ready?
Go for it.
Hi everyone, David Moyes here, just checking in to say make sure you subscribe to West Ham Unofficial on YouTube.
Love it.
See my Scottish tones once again coming out to help. But
and there's a goal at Ellen Road, mate. Leeds are now 2-1 up for Burnley, and Everton have pulled a goal back as well, so it's 3-2. Just so everyone's in the loop.
Plenty to play for in the Sunday fixtures there. But Manuel Lanzini then, a brace, played well, coming back into some form. Is he back to his best? Guys, get into the chat. Andy, your thoughts?
Yeah, I've got some stats here, mate. So yesterday, if you've got it already, but 87% passing accuracy, 2 goals, 2 shots, 57 touches, 7 ball recoveries, and 13 final third passes.
I think it sums it up really well, doesn't it? Because a well-taken goal, a well-taken penalty, he buzzes himself around, just coming back into some form, isn't he?
I think that position suits him well, mate, just playing there in front of Rice and Souček. And fair play to him as well, what he done off the ball yesterday as well. Like, he knows how to sit in that place and do it. So, no, I'm happy with his positioning, but I think out wide he gets a bit unstuck. But when he's sitting there in the middle and he can do that damage and drive with the ball and, like you said, receive the ball off Rice, Bowen, Antonio and Benrahma, obviously, when he was playing yesterday, buzzing, mate. Buzzing for him.
Yeah, he's really good. And he put on his Instagram, on his New Year's post, it went, I'll tell you what, I'll get it up because, it went along the lines of it feels good to be playing again. And where is it? There it is, Manuel Lanzini. I don't want it in Argentinian. There we go. And he said, where is it? Also in football, it's been a very good year, and it's good to be able to feel important in the side again. And it's crucial, He's been a loyal servant to West Ham United, and he's been here a good 6 or 7 years now. And he had a horrific ACL injury, and he just seems to be getting better and better now.
No, he does, mate. Like you said, a lot of players are a confidence player, but the one thing I will say is like what I mentioned earlier, it's what he does off the ball, which goes to it. But it's just that extra touch and that football brain. And in my opinion, this is probably going to sound a bit harsh, but if you've got a better striker with an instinct better than Antonio, Lanzini will be able to find them balls in behind as well. And if we get that addition in January, it will make not just Lanzini better, but the new striker coming in getting the deliveries he deserves.
Well, exactly, yeah. And Declan Rice spoke about Manuel Lanzini on his post-match press conference. He says it was a great goal. Manuel is special, a special player, and probably nobody else in the team would have been able to manoeuvre the ball that quick. For him to get another 2 goals, I'm delighted for him. He seems like a favourite in the dressing room. He seems like a nice chap. He's a little nice chap, and he does everything right. And we're looking at it now. He had a rough patch, and we were all saying when he's coming into some form, he's a 60-minute player or he's an impact half-an-hour player as a super sub.
Yeah, when the game's opening up, I've got to admit, like yesterday, Palace didn't really show us that much respect. The amount of space we were given, but I agree with what can't remember who said that 60-minute. Yeah, Gary's saying that. When he's coming on with half an hour, the defenders are tiring a bit. That's the game where you want him to, because he can just drive at the team, and obviously he's got that killer pass. But no, I'm pleased for him, and like you said, you showed that picture there. He knows what it means for the fans as well. The highlight was when we were taking the mick when with all the goals, Ben Johnson was just laughing at a few of the chants we were singing yesterday. So that in the first half, which did make me chuckle as well.
Yeah. Do you think he's game by game putting in performances, proving people wrong, and saying, I can stand here and I can play the full 90 minutes and I can be the effective duel that I have been in the past?
It depends what formation we're playing, mate. If we're winning the game, I think he's better. Like, because he's calm on the ball, and you got the likes of Declan as well, who can pass the ball around. But when we're chasing the game and we haven't got the ball, that's when you sort of question whether he can make that difference. But no, I love him, and like you said, he's a fan's favourite as well. And you can't for what all the setbacks he's had to come back how he has, it's outstanding.
Yeah, definitely. Let's have a look here. Lanzini is back to his best. It was it was an absolutely stunning performance yesterday. He showed a lot of experience. He did. He's maturing as well, isn't he? And he's getting older and he seems to be maturing. Yes, he's lost that little bit of zip, but it seems like he's getting that back as well. That he's a. Would you agree that him and Ben Rama are very similar? But for me, at this moment in time on their performances, I feel Lanzini can just pull that extra special thing out of the bag more than Ben Rama.
I think it's a bit harsh because they're playing in different positions now.
Yeah,
Lanzini's more of a central midfield or attacking midfield player, but I think going away to the African Cup of Nations, I know it's a miss for us, but I think that's going to be a benefit for West Ham as well, because we need to have a plan B and adjust. And I think the fixtures what we've got coming up have been quite kind to us while Ben Rama's gone as well. So I think it's a blessing in disguise. Obviously, him going to play with the likes of Mahrez and Samani and Faguli and something different. I think that may give him the boost he needs as well.
yeah, I think it will. And he's going to be getting more game time, and we will see the more he plays whether he will, like he did in one game. I think it was the Chelsea game where the game does drift him by and he doesn't have the same impact, and then people go, well, yeah, he is probably then a 30-minute impact sub player, but then he puts in performances like he did yesterday where people are going, what, this guy could start week in, week out because he's getting back to his best. But let's have a look here. Did Manu say something about going back to Argentina in not so many years, or is that me making stuff up? I don't know, Fremmer. Kent says a fully fit Lanzini is in our top five players. His ball retention is class. They say all class players have time on the ball. And he has bundles. Class actor. I agree. And the players in the dressing room appreciate him as well. And Deck said he's probably the only player in the squad who could have been able to score that second goal. It's just bang bang bosh in the back of the net. It was superb. There you go. Ain't nobody like Lanzini. Makes me happy. He plays the West Ham way. We sung that plenty yesterday. He's getting the credit he deserves, that's for sure. So moving forward now, the options. Let's just bring Ben Rama back from Algeria for a second. The options that we've got, Andy, in the attacking winger, midfield, attack kind of positions. You've got Fornals, Ben Rama, Bowen, Vlasic, and Manuel Lanzini. I'm not missing anybody, am I?
No.
No, so you've got those five players. Is Manuel Lanzini creeping himself into David Moyes' up there as one of the first attacking players on the team sheet?
It's still no for me, mate, if I'm being honest. In my opinion, we should be. Lanzini's been great, and obviously we've got Europa League, we've got FA Cup, and like you said, then Premier League and half-hour stints. But for me, if Jesse Lingard comes in, he's ahead, and Jesse would be the difference, like what he proved last year of us climbing up the table. And I think Jesse's got that extra bit of pace, in my opinion. So I think he would, if Jesse comes, I would love him to sign before Sunday. I'd love him so he's not cup tied either, so he can play in the FA Cup, and I think he will make the difference.
Yeah. Do you think with Jesse Lingard, as you step back, he could almost not kill, but he could really damage the careers of players like Lanzini and Vlasic if Lingard comes in?
No, because the comment what Vlasic made after the Watford game, he's saying the lack of game time. If I was at any other club, I would be unhappy, but at West Ham, I'm not. I think that's the same for a lot of players, and that's the testament to to Moyes and his backroom staff, because they know we've got Europa League, they know we've got FA Cup, and when called upon, apart from Masuaku, who's been a bit of a liability, I don't think anyone else who's come in has done a bad performance. Well, Yarmolenko, but he's not really played that much. But do you know what I mean? All the other players who have come in when needed, they've all put performances in.
Yeah, definitely. Let's take some more of your comments. Lanzini is doing okay in form. He is just scoring goals. Still love him. Benrahma, Lanzini, and Bowen, all highly skillful. We are so lucky. We certainly are.
See, even Bowen doesn't get the credit he deserved yesterday. What he done off the ball and on the ball, like his ball retention is just ridiculous. And I know he wasn't a part of the goals, but what he done off the ball was good yesterday as well.
Yeah, and of course Antonio as well. But Luke, hope you are well. Guys, voting in the chat. You can vote now in the chat. Is Lanzini back to his best? Yes or no? We're going to give that a couple more minutes and then see the results of that poll. I think what West Ham fans are loving as well is he can now drop back into that defensive role, whether it's next to Rice or Souček, or be part of a new partnership in the likes of the FA Cup as well, which fans are loving.
Yeah, no, every player has become a fan's favourite, mate. To be honest,
Yeah.
like, as long as you put the effort in, like with West Ham fans, the last 2 years we've been blessed with. Before, like you said, we were third highest scorers in 2021, playing good football. It doesn't matter because we're not expected to win every game, but as long as the team puts performances in the players, that's all we ask for as West Ham fans. And apart from a couple of games, probably Wolves away, Southampton, we've we've been in the games. Do you know what I mean? So I think I'm happy.
Yeah, exactly. Kent. Oh Christ! The comments have jumped. Where are we? Kent says. If Lingard comes in, he goes in front of Vlasic and Lanzini. He must play. Yeah, he does. Right. Gary says, do you think it's true that the new owner has the hump with Moyes because he wants his targets to improve the team for the Champions League, but Moyes is messing around? I don't know. I doubt it, Gary. But we're going to see in this window how much Daniel opens his checkbook.
From what I've heard, is that Newman and Moyes have been working tirelessly since he's come in of all these targets. But I'll be very surprised if we don't have at least one or two in before the Norwich game. Me personally, I think there's talent everywhere. Even the likes of that. I was talking on Daya's show earlier. Luca Digne is apparently available on loan because he's fallen out with Benitez because of his attitude. But for me, I'll have him at West Ham on loan. Luca Digne would be outstanding. So there is players there who can make a difference. For me, I think Kalatakar's coming in. Jesse Lingard. I don't know what left back. That's still a tough one. I know we had that linked with the one for, is it Tagliafico? Isn't it from Ajax?
Yeah. He's been linked to going to Everton now if Digne's on his way out.
Oh no! Everton signed a left back yesterday, so
did they?
But they may get him in as well. And for me personally, I think it's Jonathan David we're going to get.
Yeah, I'd love that. Yeah. I
would take Aaron Ramsey as well. Aaron Ramsey's on the cheap. I would have him as well. That might upset a few players, but I'd have Aaron Ramsey as well.
I'm not convinced we'll sign Lingard. I've just got a feeling that now they got Lanzini and Vlasic there, and I know they're going to be playing a lot of games, but I just don't think Lingard's coming. And I'm getting to the stage now where I'd rather see, Lingard is good, but I believe these players like Vlasic are going to come good, and I'd rather see them get game time. Yes, Lingard would really catapult us, with his pace, his experience, and everything that he showed last season. But David Moyes didn't just bring Vlasic in for £33.5 million just to sit on the bench. He wants Vlasic to play, and he will play eventually. So, I would be surprised if we signed Jesse Lingard after the signing of Vlasic and Lanzini coming back into some form. I'm going to be honest with you, but that's just me. Let's take some of your comments. Good to have options at last. I admit I thought Lanzini was a busted flush. I think we all thought, after that injury that he was he was never the same, but he's coming back to it slowly but surely. Manny was back off the equaliser for the Spuds. I mean, that's just that. No, Lingard ain't coming. He made his bed. I don't think he is. I thought a Jesse deal was off until maybe the summer. Yeah, I'd be extremely surprised if we get him in January. A little less surprised if we get him in the summer, because I think Man United or Jesse might just wait out until he's out of contract and then sign for us. But we'll have to wait and see. Wages for Ramsey will be insane. It will cause issues. What's he on now, Andy? Do you know?
He's on like 300 grand a week, I think.
Christ, yeah. David Moyes ain't going to be having none of that, is he? I don't think so. In my opinion, I'd make a new centre back. Our top priority, Dawson Diop, is not working out. That's a good point. I'd sign Lee Butchinen from Derby for a left back, good young player, and got loads of games under his belt already. See, Kent, he pulls these Championship players out the air, and in Kent we trust. Let's get Lukaku, Andy.
Yeah, I would, mate. I think that'd be a great sign.
Oh, honestly, to be fair, I'll back Tuchel on that. Fair play for Tuchel for dropping him. We went and did an interview when he's just slagged off Chelsea, and Tuchel dropped him. I respect it. I do.
Yeah.
But, that's
Leeds are 3-1 up.
Are they? That's the end of that one then. Final thoughts, Andy, on the game, on Lanzini before we head?
Yeah, we've got a good rest now.
Yeah.
Obviously, we've got another week, so the games come thick and fast over Christmas, which I think will be good for the players. I think Moyes will probably even give them a couple of days off to let them refresh their minds. Obviously, it's not just physical; it's mental fatigue as well, which they've got. I'm buzzing, mate. I'm buzzing for this FA Cup because I know we're unfortunate with Chelsea in the League Cup, but I'd love us to progress in that as well. And obviously, like you said, Leeds, Norwich, and Leeds. If we get them 3 victories, what a week that! Well, fight them 5 games, including the 2 what we've just had. We're definitely back on track.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
And, before you, I know you. If I'm spoiling it for. Apparently, we're bidding 20 million for Adama Traore.
I saw that. I mean, there's so many sources and things, and people might make this stuff up, but no, I don't like that. I don't.
No.
No, he's just really ineffective for Wolves, I think. And yeah, he's got pace, but he doesn't really do much. He's just not for me. Does he play striker for Wolves, or is he more of a winger?
He plays as a number 10 really for them. But
yeah.
I think with us, I think Moyes could get a decent tune out of him personally.
Yeah, he could do, but I'm just going to leave you with this photo here. Two footballing greats swapping shirts. So there we go. That's our Manuel Lanzini. I love that picture because it just slots in the middle. It's perfect.
Yeah, definitely.
but let's take some of your final comments before we go. Lukaku, we're talking about Brentford have won. Antonio, could you imagine that? Antonio and Lukaku up front with Traore just behind. Could you imagine that?
We don't have much strength in that though, really, do we?
No, but we just have to wait on seeing that on that one. Thank you very much, everybody, for watching. Make sure you drop a like on the video. Subscribe to West Ham Official. It looks like we are back on track. We've now got a week break. We play next Sunday. I believe is our next game. So we will be building up to that game as always, and taking a little bit of a break. The squad are taking a break. Thank God for hopefully, as Andy said, a couple of days off now, and we will be back very soon. Andy, thank you very much.
No, your pleasure, mate. Pleasure.
And we will catch you next one. Thanks everybody in the chat for getting involved. Thank you as always, and we will catch you next one. Come on, you irons, and see you next time. Bye bye.